acceleration due to gravity. We are discussing about the acceleration due to gravity and the effect or variation of acceleration due to gravity with latitude, altitude and depth, out of which we have studied about the variation of acceleration due to gravity with depth and with altitude. Fine. The formulas for these two also we have derived in the previous video. Now today we are discussing about the variation of G with latitude. See what is this latitude is. Latitude is the angle. It is the angle between the radius vector of any point from the center of the earth with equatorial plane. What does it mean? See, this is what, suppose any point or any object of say mass m is lying on the earth at this point P. Fine, it is lying on the point P on the earth, and if we draw the radius vector from this point P to the center of the earth, and this is what the equatorial plane, this is what the equator we have drawn, and this angle made by the equatorial plane with the radius vector from where? From the point where the object is situated, anywhere from there. Say suppose from equator to the pole, from this pole to equator, anywhere the object may lie, from here to here, here to here, anywhere we can draw. So from this any point, radius vector to the center and the equatorial plane, angle between these is called the latitude angle. So we have defined it is the angle between the radius vector of any point on the surface of earth with center to the equatorial plane. This is what the latitude. Now what we want to find out is the variation of acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity for any point mass with this angle latitude, how it changes. Suppose the object is moving from pole to equator and we are going to draw this angle from anywhere. Suppose it will lie here, we can draw this plane. Suppose the object lie on the pole, then the latitude is obviously 90 degree, because this pole to the equatorial plane it becomes 90 degree. Suppose the object lie on the equator, then the angle is equal to 0 degree, right? So from 0 to 90, anywhere this latitude, the change of acceleration due to gravity on any object with this latitude, that is what we want to find out. For this purpose, see here, one more thing we are familiar with, that is earth is rotating with constant angular velocity omega, right? This is what the direction of omega, perpendicular to the plane. So from west to east, earth is continuously rotating about the polar axis with angular velocity omega. It means that every object on the surface of earth is also rotating with the same velocity, right? Except parallel to the equator, except on the pole. Every object is in a circular plane with angular velocity omega as that of the earth. We are moving, or any object is moving in a circular plane about this polar axis with earth also. Fine. So it means that, for example, the object we have considered of point mass m is also rotating in a circle about this polar axis with earth with angular velocity omega. Then the circle we have drawn here is, say suppose this is what the circle having center O dash. This distance or the radius of the circle is a small r. It is small r, means PO dash is equal to small r. What is the latitude here? It is theta is the latitude, that is angle POE. That is EOP. It is nothing but the angle theta, and this is what the latitude. Similarly, from geometry if we see, this is an EOP, and similar OPO dash, from geometry we found that this angle OPO dash is also theta, right? From geometry this angle is theta, it means OPO dash must be theta. Further see here, for this triangle OPO dash, from triangle OPO dash, if we found it's a right angle triangle, OPO dash is a right angle triangle, thereby what is cos of theta is, if we found cos of theta is equal to small r divided by capital R, where this OP is nothing but the radius of the earth, that is capital R. So small r, OP is the hypotenuse, so r by r is nothing but cos theta, and thereby we can write small r is equal to r into cos of theta. Fine. Small r, we have r into cos of theta. Now, as the object of mass m at any point, say P, on the earth is rotating in a circle, this circle having radius O dash, then it is acted upon by the centripetal acceleration, or say centripetal force. Therefore, in this situation, what is the centripetal acceleration with which it is revolving in this center of radius O dash along the earth is nothing but r omega square. We have derived this in the first topic. So r omega square, r is the radius of that circle and omega is the angular velocity with which it is rotating. Thereby acceleration of this point object with which it is rotating is r omega square. But we have derived, that is what is small r is. Small r is capital R into cos theta. So substitute this value. This value is substituted here. We found acceleration is equal to r, that is r cos theta into, so r omega square cos of theta. It is r cos theta we have substituted and omega square as it is. So this is what the acceleration of the object in this circle. Then what is the component of acceleration? This is acceleration with which it is rotating in this circle of radius O dash. So component of acceleration, radial component of acceleration along OP is equal to, obviously we can write radial component of acceleration along OP is equal to this A into cos of theta, right? Radial component, we know about the resolution of the vectors. So if we resolve this vector, we found its component is equal to A cos of theta. Fine. But what is A cos of theta? Here we have found out the A. A, that is the acceleration with which body is rotating. So this acceleration is r omega square. Substitute this value here. AR is equal to r omega square. A is r omega square cos of theta. So into this cos of theta, so we have, so or we can write here A is equal to r omega square cos theta, and into this cos of theta, it means AR, that is radial component of the acceleration along OP is equal to r omega square cos square theta. This is what we have derived. Now, obviously, this will be the acceleration towards the center of earth. Then, the net acceleration, if we want to find out, that is, there must be force, that is gravitational force acting on the object of point mass m. The net acceleration must be towards towards this center is equal to, or previously if we want to find out what is the gravitational force acting on this object, is equal to m into g dash. That is, g dash is what? G dash is the acceleration acting on this point mass at this point P. So this is not the capital G. We have seen that there is something change. So this m into g dash. So mg is nothing but the weight of the object. So weight is equal to obviously the with which it is acted upon by the force. Therefore gravitational force is equal to weight of the object at this point. Where? At point P. So m into g dash is equal to this effective force must be the net weight of the body minus this acceleration, right? So minus this acceleration, so net force, it is equal to m into g minus what is acceleration is r omega square cos square theta. It is r. So here we must write here one thing, mg minus mr omega square cos theta. What is this mr square cos square theta? R omega square cos square theta is the acceleration, m is the mass. So this is effective force. mg is the force acting with acceleration g, and thereby the net force we can write here as mg minus m into this a, and that is nothing but m into g dash is equal to mg minus mr omega square cos square theta. So throughout the equation m get cancelled and we have g dash is equal to g minus r omega square cos square theta. This is the value of g dash is the value of acceleration due to gravity due to latitude, which theta, due to this latitude theta, that is the angle between this radius vector and the equatorial plane. Means if the object lies here with this latitude, then the effective acceleration due to gravity is different than that of it is on the pole or say equator, or it changes continuously with latitude. What is this change? We will, or how it changes, we will see here. See, the equation is, our equation is g dash is equal to g minus r omega square cos square theta. This is what our equation is. It means, suppose this angle latitude theta increases. If theta increases, if theta increases, cos theta decreases, because the maximum value of cos of the angle is 0. Maximum value of cos of the angle, that is cos 0 is equal to 1. This is the maximum value. If the angle increases from 0 to it increases, if angle increases, obviously cos theta decreases. If cos theta decreases, means the subtraction factor decreases from g. If it decreases, it means g increases. So we can conclude that as the latitude increases, the angle latitude increases, means acceleration due to gravity increases. As the latitude angle increases, acceleration due to gravity increases. How? We can put the values here and again find it out as, see here, suppose the object is lying at pole. Object is lying at the pole. At pole, if we want to find out the value of acceleration due to gravity, that is at this point theta is equal to 90 degree, which is the angle between the equatorial plane and the pole. From here or from here, wherever we can find it out. So it is equal to g dash is equal to g minus r omega square into 0. That is cos 90 is 0. Therefore, g dash is equal to g. Isn't it? It is g dash is equal to g. It means when the acceleration when the point object is lying on the pole, there is no reduction of acceleration due to gravity. It is equal to g, and this value that we are familiar with is equal to 9.83 meter per second square. That is acceleration due to gravity here. If we want to find out at say equator, what is the value of acceleration due to gravity at equator, then theta is equal to 0 degree, right? So equatorial plane and the point object lying on the surface of earth, they are lying along the same line. It means it is equal to 0 degree. If it is equal to 0, it means if we put the value here, g dash is equal to g minus r omega square, that is cos of 0 is 1. Therefore, g minus g dash is equal to r omega square. G minus g dash is equal. What does it mean? It is equal to 9.81, 9.83 is the value of acceleration due to gravity on the pole, minus g dash, that is the value of acceleration acting on the object on the equator, is equal to r omega square. So this is the value with which there is reduction of acceleration due to gravity, and which is the maximum. What is this value? If we can calculate r omega square, r is the radius of the earth, that is 6.4 into 10 to the power 6 meter, and omega is the angular velocity with which earth is rotating, that is we know 2 pi by t is equal to 2 pi by omega. It means omega is equal to 2 pi by t, that is 2 into 3.14 divided by t, that is time period of the earth about its own axis, is equal to 24 hours into 60 minutes into 60 minutes. So this calculation leads to omega is equal to 7.25 into 10 raised to minus 5 per second, and this r into omega square, if we calculate, we found that is the maximum reduction of acceleration due to gravity on the equator is equal to 0.033 meter per second square. So this is what the maximum reduction of acceleration due to gravity on the pole, and this value is equal to say 9.78 meter per second square. So this is how on the pole this value is 9.83, whereas the value of acceleration due to gravity on the equator is 9.78. This means again we can conclude that acceleration due to gravity due to latitude goes on decreasing from pole to equator. It is pole to equator. If we are at the pole, the value of acceleration is maximum. It goes on decreasing, and as the latitude goes on decreasing up to the equator, and the maximum reduction, that is value minimum, is on the equator. This is how we have seen for the variation of g with latitude. So three of the aspects of variation of g we have seen. First, with altitude, it is equal to g dash, or say g at height h is equal to g into bracket 1 minus 2h by r. For depth, g at a depth d below the surface of earth, g is equal to g into bracket 1 minus d by r, and for latitude, the value of g is equal to G dash is equal to G minus R omega square cos square theta. From this we can conclude that acceleration due to gravity decreases with altitude. As the altitude increases, height increases, acceleration due to gravity decreases. As depth d increases, again acceleration due to gravity decreases. And with latitude, as the angle goes on increasing from equator to pole, the value of acceleration due to gravity decreases. This is how there is variation of acceleration due to gravity takes place with these three aspects, and it will never remain constant. From these two, altitude and depth,